Power to the truth. Power to the truth. Dallas killings, Black Lives Matter. We know about the terrible tragedy now that happened in Dallas. And I'm a Chicano de Aztlan. I know that all lives matter. Yet the reason why the emphasis on Black Lives Matter is because it's black people who have been the main ones who have been getting killed by the fascist pig police. And we can't lose sight of that. I know white racists may be saying, how the hell that Black Lives Matter stuff, you know? And the truth is Black Lives Matter. And black people have historically been in the vanguard of any kind of resistance and revolutionary movement inside the United States. We should strive for peaceful revolution, not a violent one. And we must exhaust all legal, peaceful methods of struggle and resistance before we go into the sterner stuff. When the Dallas killings happened, to tell the truth, when I first heard about it or read about it, I was kind of glad, because I thought, wow, black people have been getting blown away. Who's been prosecuted for killing one black life so far? So I posted on Twitter, you know, about karma. What goes around comes around. And I admit that I was kind of glad. And as I thought about it, I realized that I was wrong. You know, that we don't know who these police officers were. We don't know if they were, you know, tyrants in their local neighborhood, or if they were actually good cops, peace officers. And I'm against the arbitrary killing of anybody, especially in the name of the people. There's a difference if the violence is specific and targeted than just off the wall sniper shooting. And you see how stuff gets blown up by the media. You know, some are thinking that this was like a big nationwide conspiracy and was ISIS involved, and was there going to be urban guerrilla warfare outbreaks across the country? And so people get hyped up. So we need to be more rational than emotional, more calm than in a state of panic. And above all, more humane than just race or gender specific. And we say Black Lives Matter because it's just black people that are getting blown away. And we know that there will be another black victim before long by the racist police. It's not going to come as a shock. And apparently the black brother that did the sniping had been in Afghan. He was a reservist, and apparently he knew his stuff. And on the other hand, he was killed by a drone. You know, just a little army tank type drone. And so, beyond the details, you need to have community control of the police. The local police should be the local people in uniform. And if a cop lives and works in the same area that he's stationed at, he's going to tend to be more in harmony with that local community. So, say the idea of a cop with his gun and his car and his equipment patrolling a black community or a Latino community or a brown community, and he lives in a little white suburb miles away. It's like what you talked about, how where the police become a foreign occupying army. And the U.S. does the same shit overseas. And Obama wants to restrict assault rifles because compassionate people are the only ones who want to have the weapons that can shoot through walls. So we must protect our right to bear arms. We should all review the U.S. Constitution and not lose our heads over all this stuff. And to know that we are one family of humanity. The natives' lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter. But we emphasize now black lives matter because the black people who are really getting blown away. So we need to understand that, not rile up a racist attitude about it. Like, oh, those blacks, black lives matter. You know, we need to have compassion. Black people have suffered dearly in this country. With the black genocide during slavery times, and a form of genocide going on now with the killings. And rest assured that the Dallas Police Department will want to wreak their revenge one way or the other. They're not going to take this lying down. They know now that the country's spotlight is on Dallas. So be aware of corporate media and how they play up stuff and they play down other stuff. Check out different news sources. You know, there's been a lot of protests against the police by Black Lives Matter across the country and in other countries. Showing their support. So we need to support Black Lives Matter and support legitimate, peaceful protests. In a way, especially white people. Because it's not just a black thing, you know, this is a people thing. It's about humane rights. The humane rights of all of us. And we need to stand together against fascist police terror. And look at your president. He's a massive murderer. He's a traitor to the U.S. Constitution. He got this Tuesday kill us. I'm sure he didn't want that to come out. And where you have a fascist U.S. regime, so it's not really a function of government. You got a U.S. regime that wages endless war in other countries, that does drone strikes. At first they were saying that the drone strikes were targeted, technological, this is specific stuff here, and they go and they drone strike a wedding. Look at the drone strikes in Yemen. And be aware of different countries of what's going on. Be aware of who's getting killed by who and whose name. The U.S. regime has killed millions in the name of the American people. The ISIS stuff, how many were killed in Iraq? A million or something? Do we keep count? So we got to look at these issues and understand why there would be ISIS. Understand that when we are at a wedding, which should be a joyful event, and those in the wedding are killed by drone strikes, know that that's going to cause hatred. That's going to cause resentments that can last for generations. So we can understand, why many people in the Middle East hate the USA. And we just can't throw people in one bag and like being anti-Muslim, Islamophobia. The USA is a racist country. We know about the genocide against the original natives of this land, the indigenous people. That USA was founded upon two genocides. One against the blacks from Africa during the slave trade, and the second against indigenous natives who call this our land, before there was in America. So we need to look at stuff in context, in a larger historical context. In terms of revolutionary violence, if there is such a thing, then it should be specific, not arbitrary terrorism. So the brother who did the sniper shootings was deranged, and he paid his dues already. So we need to try to understand before we condemn. Do your research. Sit down and think. Be still and meditate. Try to understand what's going on. Try to understand why people are the way they are. Why? Because of fear, people have apathy. Why people are racist. R-A-C-I-S-T, if I can spell it out. You know that these Dallas killings, this is not the end by any means. And we are already on the edge of extinction. And rest assured, aliens don't want to come down here and take over. wants to be in charge of a bunch of predatory beasts, who have killed each other in the millions over the last century or so? Look at World War I, look at World War II. Know how many Russians were killed in World War II. How the USA didn't get involved in World War II towards the tail end. And then by then, competing economies were wrecked. So the U.S. came into the playground, and then how the U.S. absorbed a lot of Nazi evil ones into the USA. So we actually have the direct descendants of Hitler's Nazi Germany in positions of power now inside the USA. Study the history of Citibank. Study, study, study. Research, research, research. I'm blessed because I have the opportunity to do my own research, so I know what I'm talking about. But research for yourself. Don't take my word for it. And understand that recently it was the Dallas killings, and know that there will be other killings. And just be glad that you're alive, that your loved ones are alive. Stay alert, stay alive. Be aware of your surroundings at all times. If you feel, use your feelings, use your intuition. Notice people's, say, their eyes, notice their hands. If they're strangers, just pay attention to your environment. Because we are in a sick, depraved, racist society. And any tragedy can happen at any given moment, especially in the urban areas. So, we pray for the aching hearts of the families of those officers who were killed, and we pray for the family of the brother that was killed. No one gets off on just killing unless you're just a killer. So we need to have true love and compassion. Now, I'm not the Dalai Lama. I don't believe in straight out pacifism, putting flowers in rifle barrels. And I do believe that we need to have common sense wisdom and use our intelligence along with our instinct in order to survive, to succeed, and to move forward in life. And care about each other. If you know a neighbor is hungry, offer him or her food. If you see someone out in the streets, homeless, offer your help. Try to find local resources where they can go to. Because there are people who are really hurting. You don't see them on the news because many of us like to we become blind to our own not giving a fuck. We don't want to see homeless people. We don't want to see suffering. We'd rather pretend, it's not going on. Hey, just give me a beer. Give me a beer. So yeah, we're in bad shape. Each of us can make a difference if we are are conscious beings, conscious humane beings, and care about each other. And use the power of the internet to raise consciousness, to engage in discussion, to engage in dialogue, to talk things out before you reach for a gun. At the same time, we need to defend our constitutional humane rights. Our rights are not given to us by the U.S. Constitution. We inherit these rights as humane beings. Yes, we need community control of the police, period. The police should be the local people in uniform. Now, if a cop lives in the same area where he works, he's not going to go around blowing a local community member away and then go home and like it's all good. He'll come to twice. Because now with these Dallas killings, I believe that police officers are more on alert. You know, their communication system is set up. And know that at any given day, something tragic could just happen off the wall. We're in America, the most violent country in the history of humanity. And this is like the hottest it's been in history now. I'm here still without no air conditioning for over 2 months. You know, so I got to deal with my reality, with the local situation. Yet I care about what's going on around the world. So I hope this reaches at least one person. If I reach that one person, then I consider it useful that I spent the time and energy to do this little video. So, sharing is caring. Stay alert, stay alive. Power to the truth. I'm just going to let this fly out.